What's up guys, Shove here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing episode 3 of the weekly anime and manga review. I've decided to upload my videos on Monday instead of Sunday because I feel like it'll get more traffic off a little bit on Monday instead of Sunday. I don't know what this means playing in the background. But yeah, so this show is about a guy named Akira that works at this psychopathic, this job that uses him. Like, he's there, he has to sleep at the job. All they do is drink energy drinks. They're tired. They abuse the people. And he's in love with this girl. And he wakes up one day and everyone's a zombie. And he realizes he gets to break free of his job because everyone's a zombie. And he makes a list of 100 things he wants to do before he dies. And yeah, what he does is he tries to do these 100 things before he turns into a zombie. And that's basically what it's about. It's about him doing that. And this anime, it was good. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. A lot of people said this is the best show of this season. Was it summer season? I was going to watch it when it was airing, then it got canceled and whatever, all kinds of stuff. And then I decided I'll just wait till it finishes airing and I just watch it this week on like Monday or Sunday or something like that. And it was a good show. It wasn't outstanding. It's like a 7 out of 10 show. I did like the animation. I think there's good characters and good animation, but the plot doesn't really push it. You know what I'm saying? I think this thing did a 24 episode. I think it feels some of the scenes seem a little rushed, in my opinion. But overall, it was a good show. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is a good rating for a show. So we'll go with that. So yep, on to the next show. Well, the next thing I watched was the two newest episodes of One Piece, which is, I forget the name of the arc. It's the arc with the sci-fi and the robots and holograms and stuff. Is the arc that we got into. So I am watching the anime. I caught up to the anime, which is, I was like behind by like 50 episodes. So I caught up to the anime, and yeah, I'm just doing the last 2 episodes because that's what I've watched in the last 2 weeks, and they were good. It's One Piece, so it's like a 9 out of 10 show, no matter how bad the episode is. I don't really have much to say. I just thought I thought it was good. They're not my favorite episodes because there isn't much action. I like when Luffy and Zoro and them are fighting, but it's enjoyable. It's One Piece. I don't really have much to say. So so far it's a pretty good arc. So yep, on to the next show. Alright, so the next show I watched was Devil is a Part-Timer Season 3 or Season 2 Part 2 or something. I don't know. It was awful. It was like a 5.5, 6 out of 10 show. It's just more of the bad Season 2 of Devil is a Part-Timer. Season 3 is just more of the bad of the last season. Season 1 that came out like 2012 was a great show, like a 7 out of 10 show. But this is like a 5.5, 6 out of 10 show. It is awful. I wouldn't recommend anyone watching it. I just watched it because I watched the other 2 seasons. I was giving up with the last season, and I think if there's a 3rd season of this, I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. This show was awful, dude. If you watch the 2nd season, you might as well watch this season. It's not like the worst thing ever, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just more Amelia, more Devil, more goofy stuff. I mean, there is one thing I did like. What's the world called that Mao is from? That world. I forget what it was called. I forget what it's called. I'm looking at the Mao right now. I don't remember what it's called. But whatever the world is called that the Mao and Amelia is from, they went back to that world for no reason, basically. This whole season made no sense to me. I'm going on to the next anime. I did not like the show at all. I finished it, but I did not like it at all. Alright, the next show I watched was Liar Liar, and this show was also bad. I watched like 5 or 6 bad shows in a row. Other than like, I only watched two good shows this week. I will say, out of like the 5 or 6 shows I watched, 6 or 7 shows, I only watched 2 good shows this week. So, Liar Liar, I like the premise. It sounded like Classroom of the Elite and No Game No Life put together, or a little bit of Squid Game in there. In a little bit of Food Wars, a little bit of Kakuguri. It sounded like a good show. I thought it sounded like an enjoyable show. I had on my plan to watch before it even aired. I mean, I waited to watch it because I saw the rating was bad, so I decided to watch it, give it a try. I had to watch the dub. The dub was awful. Do not watch the dub. And then I watched some of the sub. It was also bad. Would not watch the sub. this anime was awful, to say the least. It's a 5 out of 10 show. Like, Mal is average, and it's pretty average. I mean, there's nothing special. This is basically just Classroom Delete if it was bad, and No Game No Life, and Kakaguri all put together if they were all bad. Basically, it's basically trying too hard, and they don't explain stuff, so it's dumb. Would not recommend it. Do not watch it unless you're very curious, I guess. If you're curious, I don't have much to say on it. It's probably gonna get a season 2 just because the way it was set up, the ending was set up. And I'll probably watch it just to say it's bad. But yep, that's my thoughts on it. So I don't have much to say. On to the next anime. The next show I watched was Mononogatari season 2. Now this show I have mixed feelings on. It's a 6 out of 10 show. It's inherently a bad show. I mean, it's fine. But there's times where I think this show is absolutely great, and there's times where I think this is the worst show I've ever watched. Like, there's parts where it's good, there's parts where it's bad. Like Botan, I like Botan and the main character, but then there's some of the whatever they're called things I don't like. The umbrella it's parts where I'm really locked into the show, and then they're just something so dumb. It's like, what's the point of even watching if they're gonna do stuff like that? That's how I feel with this show. It's a 6 out of 10 show. It's a 6 out of 10 show. It's not good, but it's watchable. It's watchable. It's very watchable. All the shows I've watched have been watchable. I will say, at least they're watchable. It's a watchable show. You can get some kind of entertainment out of it. It's a 6 out of 10. You know, it wasn't a good show. I wouldn't recommend it. Unless you watch season 1, you should watch it. I'm gonna watch it because it's parts I like about it. Like the relationship between Botan and the main character. I like the relationship, but some of the characters are driving me crazy. Yeah, I don't have much to say on this show other than that it's not good. If you guys if you're curious, check out my original review of season 1, and I said in season 1 that it was underrated, which I don't know about that. On to the next show. So now we get to the plainest rom-com I've ever watched. It is boring, to say the least. There's nothing going on. It's like Origairu, but bad, basically. I mean, it's about this guy that's obsessed over this girl since first year of middle school. Been obsessed. And then all of a sudden he's like, man, I'm weird, I should stop. Okay. But then the girl's like, why'd you stop? I liked you doing the weird stuff. And then that's it, nothing happens. I mean, not until the final episode, literally nothing happens. They start stuff and then don't finish it. It makes no sense to me. Like, it had a good premise. I mean, probably based off a light novel. I mean, Jesus. I mean, it had a good studio too. Sentai, oh no, it's not Sentai. Never mind. But a good licensor, Sentai. It was set up good. I mean, I liked. I mean, it was watchable, but it's a 5 out of 10 show. 5 out of 10. I did like. Now, there's one thing I did like about the show. I like the characters. I like the main tsundere girl. Basically, it was just a bunch of anime tropes for a fan. I mean, for an anime fan. Basically, this is the most generic rom-com you'll ever watch. That's what I have to say about this show. 5 out of 10 show. Basic rom-com trash. Boom. Now, the next show I watched was actually a good show. My Happy Marriage. I skipped this show when it was airing because I wasn't that interested, because I saw it was like a 7.8 on Mal, and I'm not really into these kind of pretty boy shows that are more meant for girls, I guess. Not really meant for girls, but you know, something that appeals more to a female audience on the romance side. I normally don't watch this kind of pretty boy stuff, but it was good. It was sad. I almost cried at the beginning of this show. I felt bad for Miho. I really like the character. The characters are the only reason why the show's good. The plot is very basic, but the characters and Miho's upbringing really brings the show alive. It's not as good as I thought it was gonna be with how people have been hyping it up, but it was still a great show. It is a 7 out of 10 show, but it was probably this was on 100 of the best 2 shows I watched. Because I was debating on this if it was a 7 or an 8, 7 or 8, but the ending of it was a little bit lackluster. It was kind of predictable. But it was a fun show. I would recommend it. Maybe it's because this ain't really my cup of tea of a show. I didn't like it as much as other people because it's not my cup of tea. But I recommend it to anyone who's interested in checking it out. So yep, on to the next manga or show. I don't know what it's gonna be. So the next thing I watched was Saekano. I'm still watching this show. I'm about 10 or 11 episodes. This aired all the way back in like 2015, and then season 2 aired in 2017. I'm checking this out because it was recommended to me by a friend that said I would like it, and it's okay. I mean, it's well, the English name is Saekano: How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. I didn't know that's just Saekano, but yeah, it's Saekano: How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. It's an alright show, not the best thing ever. It's like it's a 6 out of 10 show. But it's fun. It's a fun watch. I mean, you could sit there and watch like 6 episodes like it was nothing. But it's not good. It's a harem, otaku harem. If you're into anime, you'll like the show. Basically, there's a lot of elements from like Orimo. There's a lot of jokes in there. And if you read doujins, you'll also like this. If you're into doujins, not just like those doujins, but like actual doujins like fan-made work, you would also like this. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to say what it's about. It's about a guy that wants to create a dating sim with his friends that are girls, which turns into a harem. Yeah, that's why it's good so far. It's a 6 out of 10. Season 1's a 6 out of 10 so far, but there's some OVAs / specials that I still need to check out, and the season 2. So maybe next week my opinion will change, but right now for season 1 is a 6 out of 10. On to the next thing, which is a manga. The next thing that I checked out was I read the first 13 chapters of Hope You're Happy Lemon. It's about this guy who has his ex-girlfriend that was a childhood friend that said she was cheating on him, but she really wasn't, but he believed her. And now they're in college. That was all the way back in middle school. Now they're in college, and they meet each other. And after they meet each other, they wake up in each other's bodies, and they switch every other day. And they have to go through life. And little does the guy know that Lemon still likes him. That's basically what it's about. We're 13 episodes in, and I don't really have an opinion on it. 7.5 so far out of 10. 13 chapters is like 2 hours worth of reading, so you really can't. It's a chapter, 2 volumes of manga, so you can't really have an opinion on it just yet. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of chapters. And the next thing I read was some more Bakuman. I'm just gonna put this in here. I'm also gonna talk about Blue Box. I read about 10 or 15 more chapters of this because I was reading Happy Lemon, Hope You're Happy Lemon, or whatever the last manga was. I was reading that, so I didn't really read any Bakuman. I read about 10 chapters. It's good. I mean, I'm still in the same arc I was from the last video, but it's good. I also read the latest chapter of Blue Box, which is always good. I love Blue Box. Every week I'm excited for new Blue Box chapters, so cannot wait for the next chapter. This chapter, I'm not going to spoil it, but this chapter of Blue Box was so good. It's only 20 pages, so you can read like 5 minutes, but it's probably my favorite. Probably one of my most favorite chapters of Blue Box so far. So yeah, if you haven't caught up on Blue Box, you got to catch up on Blue Box. It's so good, so good. Yeah. That is everything I read and watched this week. It was a lot of mid. I'm guessing next week will also be a lot of mid. I'm trying to catch up on my plan to watch list, which is very long right now. I have a very long plan to watch list, so I'm working on this. So there's a lot of mid, there's a lot of good, but I'm getting there. Also, thank you. I got a couple more friend requests since last episode, so I appreciate it. I'm gonna show you guys my plan to watch list. This is what I'm trying to get. Other than the stuff that's not aired, this is what I'm planning to watch. There's a lot of stuff on here that I need to watch, like Black Lagoon Classic. I need to watch the most recent season of Bleach. Let's see, Dr. Stone, Otaku Elf, Engaged Kiss, Guilty Crown. Let's see, Kata Tanagatari, 2Q Crisis. I need to catch up on Demon Slayer, some Gundam stuff I need to finish. I need to watch season 2 of Misfit of Demon King Academy. I haven't watched Mob Psycho. There's some movies I need to watch. Near Automotive, Psychopaths. This I've watched that. I need to put that as marked. Spy Classroom season 2 is going to be hard to watch. I did not like season 1, but I'm going to give season 2 a chance. Then I'll use this to decide if I'm going to watch it or not. I need to watch The Girl I Forgot Her Glasses, Summertime Render, Undead Unluck with Netflix is airing, Violet Evergarden. I never got to watch. So yeah, this is what I'm trying to get through right now. There's a lot of stuff that is currently airing or hasn't aired yet on here. So that's like 50 or 30 or 40 of them, or stuff that are still airing. But yeah. Versus stuff like Black Lagoon is something I should have already watched, and Birdie stuff I should have watched. So yeah, I'm trying to get through this. First, I'm getting rid of the more recent stuff, but the reason why I decided to watch this show was just to take a little break from that, and then I'll probably watch Spy Classroom or something next. So yep. Thank you guys for watching this video as always. Sorry I rambled a little bit at the end. Yeah. So I'm switching from Sunday to Monday because it's easier for me to get a video on Sunday than it is on Sunday morning, because there's stuff because One Piece comes out Sunday and Blue Box comes out Sunday. So if I want to put Blue Box and One Piece in the review, I have to wait till Monday. And Monday is a better day because it's the beginning of the week. So yep. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.